Hello, friends. Welcome to Tinks Invest. We're talking about investing, finance, and professional development for 30 systems only. The investment I'm going to talk today will be Ethereum. First, I want to say happy Monday, everybody. Have a great weekend, by the way. Respect to recording time of 9:37 a.m. on the Eastern Time. Ethereum currently trading $4,020, now about 4.35% so far. Respect to overall crypto market, you could see clearly it's bright red today, right? It seems like the correction is still durating on both the crypto side and also on the equity side. And respect to Ethereum is currently sustaining above the flat number and the core resistance level of $4,000 ever since the sell-off that we experienced this weekend, right? Selling down by close to 25% at one point, I think on Saturday night, as I slept through it, obviously, selling down all the way to $3,475. And then subsequently got reversed up, immediately bought up by a lot of investors, and also the limit order being filled. So congrats again for those actually capture that, that dip, if you may, during this weekend. And with respect to the overall market and a pre-market perspective, we heard some positive news. I would say more of the developing positive news, if you may, right, with respect to Dr. Fauci has spoken on Sunday and also early this morning on multiple different press releases and media application, saying that the Omicron virus, in comparisons to the other COVID variants that we've experienced so far, might not be as severe in terms of its symptoms and in terms of its prognostics so far, obviously, right? So that subsequently drives some optimism, I guess, or some confidence from investors. And subsequently, in the pre-market perspective, we saw that we were up a little bit. And you can see clearly that on Dow Jones and SPY S&P 500 are both up slightly right now. Not severely, but like just slightly, while NASDAQ is still down about 1% so far. So with respect to media front, it seems like it's still kind of a mixture right now. Still a lot of uncertainty up in the air right now. So, when you hear anything along the line with respect to uncertainty, with respect to economic outlook, countries being shut down, tapering, job number, CPI report that's coming out, FOMC meeting that's coming out on the 14th and 15th, and with this big mixtures of the Omicron news, obviously people are going to be fleeing more to the safe haven, keeping the cash close to their heart, right? So we have to see how the momentum will triangulate going forward. It seems like we are still leaning towards a more of a bearish sentiment among the market right now without any confirmatory positive signals as a whole right now. So it's obviously unfortunate, but these are the times when we have to really think through logically, really think through strategically, and not sell because of fear or anger or even depression, if you may, right? It's a lot of emotional keywords that trigger poor decision making, right? So with respect to some of the news, let's just look into it chronologically real quick. With respect to the first one, Bazinga 23 minutes ago, talk about why Bitcoin, Ethereum related stocks are trading lower today. For obvious reasons, because we've been, experiencing some downtrends recently, which, subsequently drive into, some of the stocks like Marathon Digital, Coinbase to be going down, respectively, right? The other one is talk about with respect to on Barron's, which is another publication company, 40 minutes ago, talked about with respect to NASDAQ falls as Moderna's stock slumps again. Seems like, this is something that is more of an overreaction again with respect to the vaccine that is currently being cultivated by obviously various different scientists, medical professionals, pharmaceutical professionals onto tactically countering the COVID variants that we're experiencing so far, right? So it's down because of lack of clarity and high uncertainty at the moment. So the next one is talking about with respect to the Bloody Saturday, I would say Sunday as well, respectively, that we might have moved past the extreme fear level. However, based on this article here on Bazinga, saying that some of the foreshadow catalysts that we should be expecting going forward can still triangulate into more fear, despite the fear that we already are experiencing collectively, right? So I would say, you know, buy when everybody's being fearful, sell when everybody's being greedy, right? And I think based on the technical levels, now, or you know, we are around the time of taking some logical risk at the moment. Yes, it is a bloody Saturday. It was a bloody Sunday. Yes, today is still a bloody day, but you know, we are not wizards, and we can make the right decisions based on the risk management levels, right? So we'll dive into the technicals right now. Okay, so the last news is really talking about what happened, right, with respect to the Saturday, it plunged 20% for Ethereum, right, and Bitcoin respectively. So let's just dive into the technicals again. Like, let's stop talking, you know, about these non-substantive news. So with respect to current level of Ethereum, right now we are sustained above the 4,000 mark, and we've been extremely stubborn. You could see that we've been just, you know, testing the 4,000 mark ever since, I would say, if you look into the historical level, September, and then we hover above that 4,000 mark for a while, and you can see we are forming a relatively consolidated platform, right? And we got that lucky opportunity to buy at the 3,850, 3,475. And I think that was basically the dip, right? Do we see more sell-off, right? I think right now, we are still within the cup and handle, you know, in terms of the chart momentum and the pattern that we're forming in front of us. We are at the 43 out of 70, so we are like a, you know, lower echelon of the neutral level, but it's still an optimal level. Again, right, 4,000 is really, you know, substantive. So incurring some risk right now is not terrible. And again, right, the market overreacted, and that's why we're seeing the level that we're at right now. Right now, we're normalizing from the depression, I guess, that we've had seen during this weekend. Bitcoin is currently at the 48. We're at the 30 out of 70, so very oversold. So right now we're at core resistance levels at the exact level that we have identified so far. So I feel good about buying this dip right now for Bitcoin. Do I see lower levels? I mean, unless we drill more oil into the ground, I think that will be unlikely because we are in a relatively consolidated level at the moment. Respect to Dogecoin, down about 3.19% so far. I think right now is a dip, right? Anywhere from current level all the way obviously to the lowest level, 1302. That was a crazy dip because of the Saturday crash, right? So not a bad level in current risk right now for Dogecoin. Cardano down about 6% right now. We are down in the escalator mode right now. We are between the 134 to 120. So I think ideally between the level is not terrible with the 28 out of 70. So this is a logical level to incur risk at the moment. Solana seems like a small sell-off coming. Did we break this? Yeah, we did break it. We broke the 182. So the next level ideally will go down to would be somewhere around like the 155 first. But ideally for us, right, 133 to 113 is still the dip for us. XRP is at the 75 right now. We're at the 23 out of 70. So XRP is extremely oversold right now. So anywhere from the current level, we're lingering above this level is because this is a resistance level, right? But next level is basically 69, so we have some room to fall down to. But I would say incurring risk right now is logical at the moment right now. Polkadot is at 25, so anywhere around this level is still logical. I think we are very oversold right now for Polkadot. And I think anywhere from the current level at the 26 all the way to 23 is still the dip. And I think Polkadot is a dip right now. ALGORAND is at the 45 right now. Again, right, anywhere from the 160 to 150 was the dip, right? 135 was a crazy steal level that we got to. So congrats to anyone that actually got into ALGORAND during Saturday. Shiba Inu right now is the 3409. So ideally buy it again, right? The 29 all the way until we get to the 900. I think within that frame is still good. We're at the 38 right now, so it's not terrible, but not the best either. Respect to MacTax down about 12%, so consecutive of sell-off. Again, right, we're very overbought at the level of $2.40. So right now we broke 140. We broke 141, not 140, what am I saying? We broke 175 earlier today. We subsequently got bought up because 180 is a consolidation level, right? So we are still leaning more of a downward echelon right now with the 50 out of 70. So ideally buy anywhere from 175 to 143 is still the dip for us going forward. So not there yet. Respect to Avalanche, we're at 81, so we're at the resistance levels right now. I'm not predicting this. This is just what the technical was saying. That's why we are hovering around this level despite the sell-off. So 82 to 60 is still the dip for us. And I think, what is the RSI right now? Let's take a look at 37. So I think, yeah, again, right, anywhere from 82 to 60 is still the dip for us. So respective risk management level, these are the levels to dollar cost average at. You could see clearly we are within the levels that we identified so far. Again, this is not, something that is a prediction. This is just our risk management levels when we should be pulling out our checks, our checkbooks, and our cash to be start incurring risk, right? And I think right now a lot of interesting sales opportunities going on right now. Obviously, in the foreshadow perspective, we know that on the 10th of December, on this upcoming Friday, we'll hear the CPI report, which will see how we did on this Black Friday in November, obviously, and also with respect to the Thanksgiving holiday. And also next week, right, on 14th and 15th will be the FOMC meeting, right? So we'll hear how we triangulate on the tapering timeline, the COVID variants progressions, and obviously with respect to the quantitative tapering, et cetera, all the tactical stuff that we need to be aware of on how we triangulate our risk management levels. So hopefully this is helpful. Really appreciate you for dropping by. No need to be scared. No need to be panicking. These are the times to incur risk right now. So hopefully you guys are thinking logically and do not sell on fear. And especially don't sell on a loss, right? Unless you have to cover your leverage or you're on a margin call, you want to probably get rid of that so you don't incur, some risks that you don't want to be, that are exogenous, right? If you may, right? So hopefully this is helpful. Really appreciate you and stay tuned to come up. Take care. Bye.